Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here to bring you a message for Libra. I felt really guided to bring today, so feel free, guys, if this is, if you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe if this resonates. I'd love to have you along this journey, as well as for all my subscribers. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for being here. So I just want to take a moment. I'm going to call in Spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, as well as any of your spirit guides or my spirit guides that would be here for the entire collective. I asked them to join us. I asked them to guide, guard, bless, protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the most far-reaching, but that are going to be, again, for the top-notch, highest good of us all, okay? So I'm also going to say, before I get into this, just remember that no matter what messages come out, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom. Wow. It's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. So use that power to do wisely, my friends. I've had a few things fall out. So first off, I just want to show you guys, I'm using the Garbage Pail Tarot. Any of you 80s, 90s babies, if you remember these things, even I guess if you're late 70s too, but I used to come and gum. But we have the High Priestess. They're telling me follow your intuition right now. You are so intuitive, and there is definitely things coming down from the ethers. Now I have Death in the reverse that came out here as well. This is definitely a transformation. In the reverse, with this situation, okay, I'm going to flip it up because there's a change and a transformation that needs to happen. But in the reverse, it feels like there's something that you're kind of aware of. Okay? And you've been picking it up. You know, there's some changes that need to be made. But what I heard is, we're stalling feet. Okay? I will be truth be told today. Today I have not smoked any weed for a whole week. And while that seems like, I knew, right? I knew for a while, you need to quit. You need to quit. You need to quit. But me was like, no way. No, I don't. I think this is something like that, okay? There's something that you're very, very aware of. There's some intuitive niggling. Also, we have Swan here. I have the Demonstrate Grace and Majesty that came out as well with this Swan. And this is very beautiful energy. So I feel like, again, this could be lots of things, okay? But they're just saying, okay, they're giving me as well, a lot of times when Spirit gives us pushes to do something, there's that, little kid or that, the person inside you says, tell me what to do, guy. I'm not going to do it just because you tell me not to do it. But I heard also, it's because we all have our vices, right? Some of us, it's going to be coffee, candy, exercise, marijuana, cigarettes, alcohol, cocaine, methamphetamine, you name it, okay? And we've all got our thing. Some of this, what I heard is active addiction, okay? Some of us may be or may know someone going through active addiction. And with this Death in the reverse card, they're reminding me throughout the changes, again with this, that we want to stay graceful, and the Majesty here is important. I want to read to you the Swan because that came out while I was calling this in as well. So the Swan, see what number we're at. Okay, so it says your guidance from this card is to develop your real qualities. Believe in yourself, know that you are special and beautiful. Trust your inner self and be confident. Act with calm, peace, and grace at all times. Even though your thoughts may be working overtime, maintain a relaxed and serene exterior, and this will bring you equilibrium. Be charming and pleasant, and at the same time expect people to honor you and treat you with respect. If anyone oversteps the mark with you, make it perfectly clear that this is unacceptable and you are prepared to take action if necessary. You will act as an energetic pool of peace, and this will soothe and calm everyone around you. Your pure light will then facilitate good relationships and better decisions as you are acting from wisdom and true power. Okay, let's get a little bit more out of here, please, Spirit. Can you tell me about death? So this is what just flew out. You have the Five of Wands in reverse. So in the upright, there's a lot of fighting, right? This guy, it's got to be pretty hard to carry the sticks as everything is trying to fight and eat itself at the same time. Hi. Definitely keeping yourself out of conflicting quarrels. There is also, with the Five of Wands in the reverse again, this is a change in the way that we do things. And I think more and more this is also like a real understanding of looking at it in your part going, I don't know, but I've been carrying all this hostilities around is what I heard. I've been carrying all these things around. And at this point, I can see that they're just fighting me. I'm struggling to walk. They're giving me an analogy with this of like trying to walk with balloons in a windstorm. Like, this shit's going to be terrible. Either they're going to fly away on you, or they're going to get tangled around so much into each other that you're not going to be able to find, which string belongs to which one. So I'm just going to pause you guys. My dog went down. Oh, he's up. Okay, there we go. No need to pause you. So out of here came, I'm flipping them. We're not going to do the reversals, but you've got the King of Cups here in the reverse. So this again could be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You have the Queen of Cups. Wow. That's the King and the Queen of Cups. So what I heard for some of you is this is a power couple. For some of you as well, you've got water in your chart for sure. But this situation, this could also be within a relationship as well. Okay. We've got, the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. The Nine of Cups, having it freaking all so much that this fly's got all of it, right? It's not just shit, it's candy. And they've got their wish fulfillment. And the last one is Judgment. So seeing a truth, right? And also I feel like for some of you, this is kind of allowing people in. Okay, allowing people to see behind the mask, behind the facade. Or for some of us, this is definitely behind the armor. Okay, and I want to say this death card is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. I think it's really important what they're telling me. Okay, they're giving me an analogy because of the dead flowers, that there is so much life here just because it doesn't look alive. They're giving me like overwintering bugs that would actually hide in dead leaves or dead stalks, right? Ants or, bees. That without this, there would be no room for these new growths to come. So it's really, really important. They're telling me to honor the cycles. There could be a lot of people in this situation as well with the King of Cups, the Queen of Coins, and the Queen of Cups. I also feel like, though, this is kind of coming from a place where it's honoring your heart space in this material world and seeing that you do have what you need. This between us, I heard for some of you this is binary, but this is like that dichotomy of our own masculine, feminine elements within ourselves, wanting to create something, right? This Queen of Pentacles is beautiful as well because she is creating your own abundance. You've got all of that. You've got all the talent, you've got all the skill, you've got all the know-how on how to create this overwhelming prosperity for yourself. And Spirit's like, you deserve it 100%. You deserve this. You've been working so hard. So Spirit's like, see through the truth, right? What is it that the struggles are, right? What is it that's holding on to, for some of you, like I heard vices again, okay? What is it that's holding on to this? And what are they stemming from, right? This moving through all of the changes and moving into this wonderful period of grace and prosperity. They're again saying, hold your head up high. Follow your heart and follow your intuition because it is leading you in the ways. I feel like you know what I'm talking about right now, okay? You're seeing the truth. Even though in this card the eyeballs are not there, this is still the truth. What I heard is this truth can't be ignored, this truth can't be denied. And they're like, the more we do, you're just delaying the inevitable, okay? And leave it. So we had a few cards come out here. Is the giraffe, aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. Oops. And you have the shark, which is lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. And you have the gray squirrel with Archangel Raphael, find new ways of solving problems. This is also about being resourceful and planning. Being able to see high above the trees, high above the facade, high above the bullshit, and to be able to get those wonderful leaves where maybe other people can't reach. There's something here definitely with the sharks as well. This is in partnership to me. Also, okay, for some of you, you doing you and you moving forward and you creating that change in your world, you are setting in motion. Like, it's like there will be followers. People will follow. Lead by example, my friends. For some of you, this is like your kids, right? So, for example, you know, if it is smoking or whatnot, and that's something that you're going to quit, your kids see that. They see that strength. They see that resilience. Your friends are going to see that. For some of you, this could be like, you know what? You know that in order to create this more happy, stable, what I heard is welcoming life in your own worlds, there are, again, these things that we need to give up. Some of it might be self-imposed things, right? Something that's not allowing you to see the beauty. Spirit, anything else you'd like us to know here? I'm actually hearing you need to go get another deck of cards, so I'm going to give you a quick pause. Okay, guys, I'm back. I grabbed the unicorns, and I have the Steampunk Tarot here. So let's get a little bit more clarity on this situation, please. Yeah, again, I heard, like, don't hold back on the transformations, because that's, again, it's just delaying your inevitable, delaying your success, but also knowing that when the time is right, you're going to feel it for whatever the situation is. So here's Judgment again. Judgment came out in the Gemini reading I did. Judgment came out with 3 different decks. So I do think that this might also be something like astrologically right now, that the truth is coming out. It's coming forward. Anybody following U.S. politics as well. It could even be Canadian. Like, I'm Canadian. There's a lot happening right now as well. So couple things I heard. One, Freedom of Information Act. That there are things that are going to be yelled from the rooftops and over loud, that things have been trying to be hidden and they're going to come through. There's other things like, so for example, I live in Ontario right now, and our government is really trying to make it so that they don't have to answer questions, that they don't need to give the freedom of information to journalists. There is a lot happening here with that. Tell me more about the Judgment, please. So you have the Sun. Success. It's going to shine bright. The truth will come out, and the truth will shine bright, and it will give success. It's going to create what I heard is warmth, as well as the illumination, and they're pointing out to me the sunflower seeds. Those are seeds. They're seeds of information, and once the truth is out, you can't put it back in the box. You cannot make it go away. There will be people who might choose, they don't want to believe this. And again, this is where I feel like with this 5 of Wands, that's what it is. What I heard is also infighting, okay? Tell me more about the Sun. Thank you. So the Sun, you have the 8 of Pentacles, something that you've been working on for a long time. It's going to, with this 9 of Pentacles, it's going to bring you all the success. It's going to bring you everything you hoped for. And they're telling me again with this is that what's important is to get our mental space right about it, right? So that we can accept this journey, is what I heard, with loving and open arms. So what is being worked on right now? For some of you, I heard fear of success, but you have the Emperor, because you are important. You are strong. You are powerful. You want me to show you the bottom of the deck as well as the Six of Cups in reverse. So there could be a situation as well. Something is coming back around as well for some of you. Okay. Being in the reverse, though, it's whether or not you want to accept it. As well as, for some of us, I think it has to do with when we finally get everything we think we want. And then we might go, wanted that forever, and I got it now. Not as fulfilled as I thought it might be. This is also Aries season, okay? So we are in Aries season as well. But this is a very, very strong energy. It could be a masculine in your world. It could just be the masculine side of yourself. It could be yourself, okay? But it's saying lead with integrity. Move through on your throne, knowing that you are divine royalty, my friends. Spirit is saying no matter what you've been, whatever's been happening, wherever the fights have been, whatever this quarreling energy is, wherever this stuff that's been so hard to hold on to, there's no way of controlling it, right? It's like balloons, again, in the windstorm. How are you going to do that? Especially when these feisty little guys, they want to eat each other too. So there's definitely huge truths coming out. And it's important because this is something that's been worked on for a really long time. And bringing through this truth spreads seeds of enlightenment. And it's shone. There's no moon. It's not what's done in the dark. As well as the sun is going to help the new growth come. So whatever comes through, what I heard is it might not feel like success at first. Look at things a little bit differently. Because sometimes, again, they said, like, we may want everything. We may say, you know what, I want this, I want this, I want this, and then we get it. It's not what we want. So we need to make sure that we're manifesting and we're putting the right energy into those jars, right? They're also saying, like, before you talk to the universe and ask for something, make sure it's what you really want, because they might just provide you with everything you ever asked for and more. And they want to make sure that you're going to be satisfied with that. And not only that, that you're always striving, always growing, always trying to, they're like, grasp whatever is in front, right? To move forward. So I'm going to bring you one last message from the Magical Unicorns Oracle. Believe in yourself is on the bottom. See yourself doing well, and you will, my friends. So Spirit, what is one message for anyone watching this? Libra, thank you. And you have best friends. True friends stick together no matter what. For many of you, this could be what this is with the 3 people here. Friendships, this could be endings of friendships, or this just could be, you know what, you're seeing who your real friends are, and you know that you don't need to cling to those that aren't really here for your highest good. Go to those people that you know are your forever people, that they have your back. They want to see you strive. They don't want to see you struggle. And if you are, they're joining in it. Not that they're basking in the struggle, but they're not going to let you stay in that thick on your own. They're going to help walk you through it. So, sorry for pointing at you, but true friends don't want you, I heard, like, they don't want you drown. So I'm also hearing Clumsy by Our Lady Peace. I'll be holding, watching you drown, watching you cry, quiet or loud, and maybe you should sleep, maybe we just need a friend as clumsy as you've been, 'cause no one's laughing. You will be safe with me. That's the words that I heard. You may want to look it up. I probably didn't say them all the right way, but there is here with change, right? There's a change coming. Let go of stress. Imagine. What would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? What do those look like? What do those wishes come? What do they look like? And this is also, to me, this judgment. Because whatever we want, whatever, you have the power to bring this into being. And again, it's making sure that you want this when you're putting out to the universe, that this is what you want. Because they're going to bring it. And what I heard is threefold. If you've been working on something so hard, they see that power, they see that authority, and they see you sitting here on this throne ready to lead. So we also have, the last one was practice. The best way to be good at a skill is to practice until you get it right. So they're giving me, like, for some of you, baseball. Okay, for others of you, it might be reading cards, might be tarot, might be playing cards, might be trying to ride a bike, going skiing, you name it, dancing. If you've convinced yourself you're never going to be good at it, but you're not willing to practice, you won't be good at it because you're not going to be able to do it. It's the same thing like cooking or hurt, right? Maybe one time you make one dish and you try to follow the recipe and it didn't work out. The oven was on a fritz that day, or things just weren't working in your favor. Don't give up because one dish didn't work out. Sometimes even chefs mess things up. It happens. And sometimes the best recipes come from something that got messed up and you just had to go with it and fix it. This is where they're going. Let go of the stress. Don't take on other people's stress. Breathe it out. So if you've got a lot of people and there's this infighting around you, again, with the swan, it was to say, hey, I'm not going to accept this and I will take action if necessary. There's huge changes here. It's no longer, not that you were letting people wander and walk all over you, but it's no longer getting caught up in other people's crap and other people's bullshit and other people's views in the world and them ning at you to try and go their way. It's seeing your own power, being this change, and the changes that you're going through are positive. Like I said, they may not always feel it because sometimes when our world gets flipped up, turned around, and turned upside down, like Fresh Prince, it doesn't feel like that's the great thing at the time, but there's so much power and integrity in that. So that's the message I have. They're saying just to leave it there, but I hope it resonates. I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Bye, Libra.